According to a bombshell new report, Trump plans on building a bunker under his new ballroom in the East Wing. My name is Dina Doll with the MeidasTouch Network. Let's get into this. Now, as we know, Trump was one of the few presidents who actually visited that bunker. This bunker was built in 1941 during World War II by FDR. They had wanted a safe and secure location, probably because they knew they were going to be using nuclear weapons and were afraid the same would happen in return. Well, now fast forward. The last time it was used before Trump was during 9/11 when Dick Cheney went down there to make his infamous phone calls. Well, Trump was evidently so worried about the peaceful protests outside the White House, despite the fact that he was in the most secure building in the world, perhaps, and was surrounded by Secret Service, he went down to that bunker. When word leaked out about that, he was evidently enraged, so continued to spread the word about that. Well, fast forward, and this whole idea of the ballroom and the fact that the costs keep going up, but made people wonder what actually was happening with this ballroom. Well, it turns out some sources have talked to CNN, and Trump plans on redoing that bunker entirely. According to Seth Abramson, he had been talking about this online quite a bit. He has written a New York Times biography about Trump. This is just one of the few things he said. He said, quote, "The data center needs to be part of the bunker because what Trump and his minions are building, based on pretty widespread major media reporting, is an AI capable of running the U.S. government. They want to be able to do that from the bunker. These are not separate ideas." So fast forward now to we have on reporting from CNN that this bunker is indeed happening. How much is going to be spent on this bunker is unknown. Certainly taxpayers are going to be spending it. Trump has said that the ballroom will be privately funded. Who knows at the end how all the finances will go? Because this bunker is now going to involve the military and classified information, we may very well not know a lot about what the plans for this are. Certainly, it seems that AI may very well be involved in what this bunker can do, and whether or not it will be able to run the government or not is unclear. The existing bunker, according to the source by CNN, because not a lot of people have actually been inside the existing bunker under the East Wing, said that it is, you go down a few levels and quote, and then walk through a massive protected vault-style door to enter a self-contained bunker with low ceilings that can include beds, shelf-stable foods, water, and other supplies, plus secure communications to the outside world. They are talking about the existing bunker. The name, this command center that is in the bunker, is called the Presidential Emergency Operations Center. This is the communication center with which anybody who's in the bunker communicates. The Situation Room, which is you often see in TV shows and movies, is not as secure and is used often. But this Presidential Emergency Operations Center is only used in a kind of an emergency where you would need to go to the bunker. Like, yes, peaceful protests in 2020. So back to the building of it. Now, here's a situation that is very Trump-like because one, he hides the idea from the American people that this is his plan about the bunker, but then he also uses redoing the bunker in order to try to get away with not being transparent about the ballroom itself. As we know, there was lawsuits trying to stop the construction of the ballroom, trying to get the White House to submit plans of approval because this is the White House, the people's house. Now they have in court filings talked about the fact that this is a national security issue, this construction project, and that they can't get into details. So he is using the construction, the remodel, etc. of this bunker in order to make the construction of the ballroom less transparent. Now, this, of course, is coming at a time where Trump is making us extremely unsafe. He seems to be starting a war with NATO by threatening to go to Greenland. I mean, he just sent the letter to Norway saying because they didn't give him the Nobel Peace Prize, now he's just going to go ahead and invade Greenway. Katie Miller, Stephen Miller are out there saying the same things. I mean, NATO is so convinced that this may happen. They're sending troops there. We also see, of course, him showing maps of Canada being the 51st state. We saw him go into Maduro and capture him because of some pretext that he was a cartel member. He is making us less safe. Then we also, of course, see what he's doing to the streets in Minnesota, putting out thousands of ICE, his own personal army. It is in this context that it is alarming that this bunker that has sat there since World War II all of a sudden needs to be fortified and updated. The last thing we want is somebody who's starting wars to be somehow the safest person in the country. So the rest of us have to deal with the consequences of his more and more erratic actions. That's not a democracy. Also, let's talk about the fact that many members of his cabinet are moving on to Marine bases. We know that Kristi Noem, Stephen Miller, Pete Hegseth have moved onto Marine bases. So if there is a civil war or some sort of war, they're being protected. So Trump is protecting himself more. They're protecting themselves. And we see at the same time him literally destroying not only world peace, but our peace and safety here in the United States. Plus, let's talk about that plane. You know, the one that he got from Qatar that he said that he was going to personally have after leaving the White House. That plane, as we know, in order to be able to be used as Air Force One, will be protected to such a degree that if they don't strip those protections, you will have Trump and anybody else in his family access to the high-level security protections of an airplane that no civil person should ever have. That's not getting talked about enough. So thankfully, we have this reporting to at least hear and flag that what Trump is doing, he seems to be thinking a modern bunker is necessary. What is he doing to protect the rest of us? Smalls cat food is protein-packed recipes made with preservative-free ingredients you'd find in your fridge, and it's delivered right to your door. That's why Cats.com named Smalls their best overall cat food. Now, I tried to get my cat in this ad because every time I turn on the camera, she usually always tries to get in the view. I always say I think she's trying to go viral, but you know how cats are. The minute you want them to do something, they do the exact opposite. Now, starting with Smalls is easy. Just share info about your cat's diet, health, and food preferences. Then Smalls puts together a personalized sampler for your cat. No more picking between random brands at the store. Smalls has the right food to satisfy any cat's craving. Still not a believer in Smalls? Forbes ranked Smalls the best overall cat food, while BuzzFeed said, my cats went completely ballistic for this stuff. For me, I have to also give my cat medicine, and when I put it on top of Smalls, she ate it right up. After switching to Smalls, 88% of cat owners reported overall health improvements. That's a big deal. And the team at Smalls is so confident your cat will love their product, then you could try it risk-free. That means they will refund you if your cat won't eat their food. So make 2026 your cat's healthiest year yet. For a limited time, because you are a MeidasTouch listener, get 60% off your first order plus free shipping when you head to smalls.com/MeidasTouch. One last time, that's 60% off your first order plus free shipping when you head to smalls.com/MeidasTouch. This news about the bunker makes one of Trump's recent statements even more alarming. If you remember at the end of December, he talked about the fact that the ballroom was going to be used for the next inauguration and how great it was that it had bulletproof glass and drones. And that seemed bad enough. Why are we moving an inauguration inside to such a secure place in a democracy where the majority of people voted you in and are happy about it? evidently. Well, now we know this is also the same location where they plan on having this new bunker with technology that we have no idea we'll have. So essentially, he's saying he plans on having an inauguration in a location with easy access to this bunker. Take a listen to what he said.
It's bigger than I told you. After realizing we're going to do the inauguration in that building, it's got all bulletproof glass. It's got all they call it drone-free roof. So drones won't touch it. It's a big, beautiful, safe building. But it's a big project. For a tiny fraction of that, we're under budget and ahead of schedule. And they've wanted it for 150 years.
We will keep an eye on this developing story here in the MeidasTouch Network, so be sure to subscribe if you haven't already. Find the Mistrial podcast wherever you listen to podcasts and check out the Mistrial sponsors in the link below. So grateful that we have sponsors who do not censor us in this very important moment for our democracy.
Love this video? Support independent media and unlock exclusive content, ad-free videos, and custom emojis by becoming a paid member of our YouTube channel today. You can also gift memberships to others. Let's keep growing together.